had the same mentality that politics is not for me. This year I became a mom. Being a black woman already, living in this country, raising a black baby boy, my boyfriend and my son walking on the street with police that's under a right government is a very different feeling on the streets. The way we are being treated, if somebody has already feelings against black people, when they're also living in a government that tells them it's okay, that gives them too much power and too much comfort.
I'm a king.
Welcome back to the Africa Narrative Podcast from Africa Web TV. My name is Femi Shuewu. We are at the Sfinks Mixed Festival 2024, and we are having a freestyle podcast today, and it's about everything with Africa and Africans. Sitting now with me is Zola from Angola.
Hi, Femi, how are you?
I'm fine. Zola just walked up to me and told me certain things that I'm like, yes, this fits into our podcast, and the theme of our podcast is freewheeling, but it has to be something about Africa, something that benefits Africans. So tell me, what brought you here?
Today to Sfinks Festival, it's a free festival celebrating also our culture.
Yeah.
So I thought this is a perfect day to bring my baby boy to his first festival.
Yeah.
But also, today I'm also kind of working.
Mm-hmm.
So I work for Samo in Antwerp. And today I'm here to actually reach out to the community, the African community specifically, to inform them and also help them to register for the next election in Antwerp.
And why is it important for Africans living in Antwerp to register?
Because the past elections in Belgium were the parliament elections. Those were only for people with a Belgian nationality. So for all the Africans that went to already vote in the past elections, there are also the elections now for gemeenteraad.
Gemeenteraad is a local government election.
Yes, exactly. But very important is that people living in Belgium longer than 5 years without nationality also have the right to go and vote. And this is information that is not known by a lot of people. This is the perfect platform. Why? Because we have African people living here from Netherlands, from Italy, from everywhere. But as long as you are a citizen in Antwerp, in Belgium, you are also allowed to go and vote. And we need all those votes right now. I'm working right now, so I have to keep myself non-partial. But everybody that followed the elections past months know why we need the people to go to the voting booth and let their voices be heard.
I don't know why you want to be neutral, so I'm not going to tempt you not to be neutral. Africa Web TV is an online platform that reaches everybody all over the world. And without being partial in any way, I'm going to just say, I think what you're referring to is that the last election in Belgium, a lot of extreme right parties who are against foreigners, who want to close the borders and all of those things, they became the biggest party in Belgium. But the same has happened in Italy, the same has happened in the Netherlands, the same has happened in France, the same is going to happen in Germany. It's a Euro-wide thing. And I think what you are trying also to say is that Africans who have a chance to vote now have a chance also to influence their own future.
Exactly. I think for me, the most important thing I want to emphasize on is that we have the right to vote. You have the right, and we are supposed to take that right. This is where you're living. You're living in Antwerp. So the decisions that are going to be made now in October, the 13th of October, are going to have change in your life. They're going to bring change in your life. A lot of people think politics is not for me. It's all, it's all corruption, but it has a lot of impact in your life, in everybody's life, in your children's life. For me, the local government voting now is for 6 years. So I know my baby is now 8 months. From now to 6 years, he will be living under the chosen government for Antwerp. That's why this is very important for me, and it's very important to our community to make sure, come and let yourself be heard. This is involving your housing, your children's education, your working, even just going to the hospital, the language they will speak to you is all part of this.
In the Netherlands, once you are qualified to vote, you are automatically also registered. How is it in Belgium? Do you have to actively go and register to vote?
So people with Belgian nationality, they are automatically registered to go and vote. They get an automatical invitation. But right now, in my opinion, the government has made an extra layer, an extra, how do you say it, obstacle for people to go and vote. So if you don't have the nationality and you live in Belgium longer than 5 years or with a Europe citizenship, you have to register first. The registration can happen on either stemtelt.be or just online. And after that registration, you get an invitation to go and vote. But that's only for the people without nationality, without citizenship.
I don't understand, because if you are already qualified to live here, but you don't have the passport yet, so you are already in the system, why are they not sending automatic invitation to people to come and vote? Okay, that smile tells me you don't want to...
Femi, I can have this conversation when I'm not in my working hours with my badge, because now my goal is getting the people together. Now I have to register everybody before the 1st of August. And after August, I will be hosting events to help people understand politics in Belgium, in Antwerp. Besides that, that's why I said I have to be non-partial in the sense of I'm sharing the information without trying to influence people who they have to vote to. But it's very clear that our government is making it hard for certain groups to go to the voting booth. You have to know there are 65,000 people in Antwerp alone that don't go to vote, that don't go and vote. And most of those people are people without nationality, are people from foreign countries that don't have the information and they don't know. So if you put that extra layer, as soon as the government says it's mandatory to go and vote, they're also not, they don't have to share information. They don't have to inform you. But since it's your right, it's up to you to go look for the information and how to take your right.
One last question, because your baby needs attention. Why are you so activistic? What's your interest in this?
I've been living in Belgium since I'm 8. I have cultural, entertainment, arts organization. Yeah. Yes, in Antwerp too. And like I said before this, I think I had the same mentality that politics is not for me. This year I became a mom. My partner lives in Antwerp with me, but he's from Brussels, so he doesn't speak Netherlands. Being a black woman already, living in this country, raising a black baby boy, everything that is actually active in my life is very depending on politics that are going on. Because for me to support young African artists, I need a lot of help from the government. But the right parties are not interested in supporting young black artists or young black entrepreneurs. So that's one thing. Secondly, my boyfriend and my son walking on the street with police that's under right government is a very different feeling on the streets. The way we are being treated, if somebody has already feelings against black people, when they're also living in a government that tells them it's okay, that gives them too much power and too much comfort to be acted a certain way.
Yes.
That's why.
This is the Africa Narrative Podcast with Zola, who is from Belgium, trying to get people, especially black people, to go and register to vote so that they can be at the table influencing their own future, influencing decisions that are being made about their lives. Go out and register to vote.
Yes.
Because the decision you make now is going to have profound consequences for the future.
Yes.
Thank you, Zola, for joining us for this conversation.
Thank you, Femi. It's nice having you here. I'm very happy that you're doing what you're doing. I hope we will have a more broad and a more open conversation in the future.
I'm a king, yes, I'm a king. I think I'm a king.